Well, hello. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. It's been, what, 2 weeks? I want to say about 2 weeks since the last stream. And been some interesting news in the flight sim world, right? Very much. Recently, the Boeing 727 was released from Flight Sim Studio. And I did a review. Welcome in, P2. Welcome in. I did I did my first landing video, and I also posted up a impressions video a few hours after it came out. And the 777, fantastic. I haven't flown the 777 in a while, and I still stand by what I've said in that video, which is I think it's a wait to buy, unless you're a hardcore 727 fan. I think it's a hold off. I think it's a hold off. It's a good plane. It's a fun plane. The sounds are great. The audio, in my opinion, is very decent, but it does seem to have some issues. I did a flight last night with a group flight with Kip on the ground, and there were 15 or 20 other pilots or so. And I decided to do the 727, and most of it worked out okay. The problem was on the approach. On the approach at about the outer marker, I went to turn off the AP, and it would not disengage. No matter what I did, I moved the stick. I tried to disengage it again, but the engage was stuck. Or the switch was stuck on engaged. I tried to use my button autopilot disengage. Twice, or two different keys I have for that. None of them worked. And then all of a sudden it just disengaged, I would say 500, 600 feet from touchdown. So it was a hell of a disaster. Welcome in, typical Dutch. Welcome on in. But like, I really want to love that plane. I really want to love that plane. It's the 727 has been one of my favorite planes ever since I was on one as a child, and I really want to love that plane. And it's unfortunate that there just are some issues. Now, saying that, there was a patch that came out this morning, so I have not tested anything, but I did look through the changelog, and there's nothing in there about the AP issue, which I'm not the only one who has reported this issue. So, who knows? Let's see, what do we have here? It won't engage? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's even worse. So the other thing that was weird is I do use the PMS GPS on it, because I'm dumb and I don't know how to use the other systems in there. And the flight plan that it pulled, which it's pulled from SimBrief, was completely wrong. It was a very strange thing. So what the flight I did yesterday, I had to, in flight, make major corrections to get myself to Phoenix, where we were going to go. But once you get rid of that, once you get rid of the AP thing, it's a fun plane. The sounds, like I said, are cool. The hand flying is really nice. I love the auto engineer feature. Very cool. I was telling on Kip's stream yesterday, I told him I'm not brave enough to try it with Sayintentions yet, because Sayintentions is going to say follow this, and I'm going to be like, okay, sure, and I won't know how to get it there. So if I can figure out that plane, maybe one day I'll do a Sayintentions flight with it. But as of right now, there's just too many issues I run into as a newbie with that plane to bring it up on Sayintentions. Yeah, and the E-Jet, again, I love the E-Jet. I was on the E-Jet for the first time, about a year ago now, and I love the E-Jet. It's a great plane. I love what Flight Sim Studio has done with that plane. I love it. It's visually great. The sounds are cool. Hand flying is a dream. But there's a couple issues. Obviously, yes, there's the VNAV issue, right? Which now they push back to Flight Sim 2024. But it's also heavy on performance. And like watching Kip and I have very similar systems. He has a 4080, I have a 14900. He has a 7800, I think. So we have very similar systems, and yet both systems perform very poorly with E-Jet. He was flying the 190. I only fly the 170 or 175. And he's flying the freighter version, but he was also having very rough performance issues. And yeah, I want to support FSS, like I really do. I love what they're doing. They make great planes, but they also need to work out the bugs with those planes. So we'll see what happens. Maybe with Flight Sim 2024 coming out, some of those issues will be fixed, and there'll be better multi-threading with 2024, which would make things run better. Maybe some of the offloading to the cloud server will make things run a little better, and then we'll leave some headroom for some of these heavier planes. But we'll see. Phoenix is a great example. When Phoenix first came out, it was heavy as hell on the optimization. It was awful. But as patches went on, right, it got better and better. And now what we have today is very on par with the 737, right? And the same could be said with the Inabil's A300. That plane came out, it was heavy on FPS, and then the patches came out, and recently the last patch fixed a lot of that. They optimized it a whole bunch. I flew a couple days after the patch came out, and it was a dream. It was a very big dream to fly. You have the 7950. Yeah, so speaking of that, before I decided to get the 14700, I thought about jumping to AMD, but one of the things that turned me off was, yes, Flight Sim does seem to work better on the AMD chips, but not everything else. So I do a lot more than just Flight Sim. Recently it's mostly Flight Sim, but I do a lot more than just Flight Sim, and I want to get the most out of the performance I can. And I feel that the Intel chips can do that. Thankfully, knock on some wood, I haven't had any of the issues that Intel's been having with their 13th and 14th gen. We'll see, right? Let's see. FS 2020's engine was not borrowed from... Yeah, I have high hopes for 2024. I really do. I have super high hopes for it. But I'm not going to put the bar too high, right? I'm not going to put the bar too high. What we got with 2020 is phenomenal for us as flight simmers. Graphically phenomenal. But now we're getting 4 years later, and I think we're now asking for more as simmers, right? We have a lot of visuals improved. We're going to see even more improvements with the visuals, but now we need to see a little bit more work done to the engine itself, to the code underneath, right? So that we can all have great performing systems, even if they're not super high-end systems. Like a game like this, you shouldn't need a 4090 to have a consistently good performance, right? You shouldn't have to have a $2,000 graphic card. But whatever, that's how it is. But anyways, let's get going here. So we have, for the first time ever, we have, I'm going to call it the throttle cam. We're going to call it the throttle cam. So I did say this before, I think in my last stream, that I wanted to get a cam to show off this beautiful FSU. This is from WinWing. This thing is fantastic. I have MobiFlight. I'm using MobiFlight with it as well. So with MobiFlight, you can use multiple aircrafts with the FSU. So for example, 737, I think the CRJ, the A300, and of course A320. I think the MD-11 as well. And I'm assuming there'll be more profiles coming out down the road. So very, very happy with it. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made, and I wish I had done it sooner, because I have had such a great time using it. I love the honeycomb setup. This is great, but seeing things visually on LED screen here is really, really cool. Yeah, true, you don't really need a 4090. A 3080 is fine. It's the CPU. Definitely the biggest issue. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, but like for example, looking at the performance from a 4080 to a 4090, there's a pretty substantial jump. Pretty substantial jump. And I know a lot of that is frame generation itself, which is phenomenal. But yeah, CPU definitely. When I went from the 700 to the, or sorry, went from the 13 to the 14, I definitely saw a nice jump in there as well. So, and for some reason my temps dropped. That was weird, the whole thing. Okay, anyway, so we are in, again, the 777, or not 777, wow, this is a weird 777. We're in the A320. We are doing a flight from Austin International to Oklahoma City, Will Rogers. And let me get Volanta populated properly, shall I? Let's see, so there, and then we're going to KC. Alright, Volanta should be done at the top up there now. A 10900, oof, yeah. I got greedy though, I got greedy. Like, I was definitely getting, for the most part, between 50 and 60 FPS before I jumped to the 4080. And I was not content enough because I have a 20 hertz monitor. And when I had those glimpses of FPS that was above 80, I was like, wow, this is so silky smooth. And now I want that all the time. And I know I can't get it all the time. For example, right now, I'm probably only going to get like 60 because of this airport, because of OBS. But I got greedy. I got greedy. Okay, so we're going to go to the Phoenix here. Oh, hold on. So this here, this is cool. One of my coworkers made this logo here. That is really cool. This artwork here is from one of the screenshots that someone submitted at Sayintentions. And so he added my little logo on there, and then he added the text, and then he has the smoke from the back. So that was really, really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, so Phoenix, import. Oh, you're gonna need, yeah. So you know, I thought about jumping to DDR5, but I just don't want to go through the hassle. I have to get a new board, and then of course you have to pull everything out. So you have to hope that you repaste and everything is perfectly tight for the cooling, right? And I got like amazing temperatures right now. Everything's like perfect, so I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I keep telling myself that all the time when I see a motherboard on sale. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it today. Today's not gonna be the day. All right, so we have that all loaded. It is going to be a on-air flight, as I typically do. I recently done a couple of what's it called, New Sky flights. I jumped on New Sky a while back ago, and it's cool, but it's pretty basic. And I jumped on and did a couple of those flights recently because Kip has the Couch Captains airline on there now, so I've done a couple of flights on there. $1,000? Good Lord. Holy crap. Yeah. Brian definitely owes some money. I think so. The amount of work you've done, yeah, you know. Put on the P card. Okay, let's see. So what else we got going on here? We got that all set up. All right, so now let's go up top. External power, batteries. I was working, I said this a while ago, but I was working on a video, step-by-step of how to set up A320 the easy way, and then how to, primarily the video was going to be about how to talk to ATC with, or AI ATC, right? So Sayintentions primarily, because that's what I'd be using. But as I recorded the video, I had all kinds of issues going on. Of course, it's the one time that I tried to do a full video flight to record, and I had just all kinds of issues. I had issues with the plane, I had issues with the PC, I had issues with Sayintentions. The whole thing was just a disaster. So I scrapped that video, and I might try working on that today, because it does seem people do have questions about how to talk to ATC. And I want to try to help people make it as easy as possible on the AI side of things. The VAT sim, that's a whole different story. I'm not interested, but AI would be cool. Okay, so we got that all good there. If you do use the intentions, I know they recently posted, I think it's this morning they posted on there, but I highly recommend it, as they do. Use the experimental server. You do get the latest updates that Brian has been pushing out. Disclaimer, there may be a few issues you may have from time to time, but it's not like super unstable. I've been using it for the most of the nonstop past, what, week, 2 weeks or so, and I rarely have issues with it. So I highly recommend it. Go big or go home quote. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so my wife has an Alienware system. She bought 4 years ago, and she loves it. She's not a hardcore gamer. Like, the most intense game she plays is maybe Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which isn't that intense for gaming, but Baldur's Gate would definitely have been the most recent one, which still isn't that super intense, but it can be CPU heavy. But she did notice some performance issues, and she's running a 2070, I think is what I gave her last. And she's talking about maybe looking at an upgrade this Twitch. Hey, you know what? I'm a fan of Alienware. I know dock me on it, because I've never had any problems with it. I know it's overpriced stuff. It's overpriced Dell stuff, right? I rock a monitor, I rock the keyboard and mouse, I rock the headset still, but I don't think I'll ever buy a pre-built ever again. I had my little phase of about 3 years or so where I was rocking pre-built. I think those days are long gone, because I have so much fun building and customizing my system. But for her, it was a good deal. It was like $600, and I think it came with a what was it, a 9900 and 1070, 8 gigs of RAM. I had extra RAM sitting around. I was going to give her a new GPU, and I had an old CPU as well. I don't know what I think it came with the 9700. I can't remember. Either way, she ended up getting it upgraded just because of all the spare parts I had sitting around at the time. Cruising up to 340. What's our flex going to be? Flex is 51. And let's go over to back over here, and we're going to send this over, and then we're going to send this over. That's all looking grand. That's all looking grand. Let's get the IRSs auto-aligned, or quickly aligned. Okay, okie dokie. How about we check in on our friends over at Sayintentions, shall we? I still get this offline tracking mode issue about 80% of the time with Onair, and I can't figure out for the life of me. I thought I solved it. Sometimes it really just pisses me off, though. It's not a big deal. You just click the button. It gets annoying. Alright, ATIS time.
You have information, India. Austin Bergstrom International Airport, information, India. 1453 Zulu.
It was India last night when I flew.
Wind 185 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 1200 feet. Broken at 2400 feet. Broken at 20,000 feet. Temperature 29er. Dew point 24. Altimeter 3007. Arriving and departing runways 18 right, 18 left.
Let me know if Sayintentions is too low, too high.
Advise on course heading, altitude.
I feel like it's too low,
and if
but
flight following is requested,
just shout out.
Read back all runway and hold short instructions. BFR departures, contact clearance delivery on 125.5, Advise on
25.5 for our clearance. Alright, let's get our clearance information, shall we? Where are we at? We're at Airbus A320, we're at stand 18, or gate 18. And let's see, Austin. Austin clearance, good morning from American 516. We are an Airbus A320 at gate 18, requesting to pick up our IFR clearance to Oklahoma City with information India.
Ground on 121.9, please local 467. Thank you, bye-bye.
American 516, Austin clearance. I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Thank you, bye-bye.
American 516, Austin clearance. Cleared to Oklahoma City via the ELO 03 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 1000. Expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.225, squawk 5553.
Jeez, we're climbing up to 210 right away. Holy crap. Cleared Oklahoma City via the ELOEL3 departure, then as filed. Climb maintain flight level 210. Expect flight level 340. Departure 127.225. Squawk 5553. American 516. Okie dokie.
American 516, read back correct.
External power. And let's just go this jazz. I think after this I'll do a short hop in this 727. I think this
Good morning,
not with
ladies and
Sayintentions,
gentlemen.
but
On behalf
well,
of
maybe I will.
American
We'll see.
Airlines, I would like to welcome you
what do we
aboard
got going on
American
next?
Flight
Next we're going to get the
516
pushback.
service to Oklahoma City. As we
18
prepare for
left
departure,
is
please ensure that your
expected
carry-on
right.
bags are
Oh.
securely stowed in the overhead compartments
Well,
or
Sayintentions
completely under the
just
seat
lost
in
my flight
front
plan,
of
it
you.
looks like.
Remember to use caution when accessing the overhead
That was
bins,
interesting.
and don't hesitate to let us know if you need any assistance. To help us get underway on time, we kindly ask that you take your seats as
yeah, my
quickly
squawk's
as possible
gone.
after stowing your
That's
belongings. Please take a moment to review the safety instructions card located in your seat pocket.
Let's try
For
clearance
those
again,
of
I
you
guess.
seated in the exit rows,
Austin clearance, good morning from American 516. We are an Airbus A320 at gate 18, requesting RFR clearance to Oklahoma City with information India.
thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Nepal, ooh. Welcome on in. Welcome on in.
American 516, Austin clearance. I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
That was really weird. I've had this issue before, but it's been a long time.
American 516, Austin clearance cleared to Oklahoma City via the ELO 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 1000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.225, squawk 6652.
A student did it again.
Ready for push and start. American 823.
What is going on?
American 823, contact ground on 121.9er for push and start.
Yeah, watch this. Okay, I'll bring it up on the screen. I'll do it again. It keeps on disappearing. I'm not quite sure. Alright, let's try this again. Austin clearance, good morning from American 516. We are an Airbus A320 at gate 18, requesting IFR clearance to Oklahoma City with information India. I'll give you the flight ID.
American 516, Austin clearance. Clearance on request. Stand by.
I wonder if it's saving it. Let me look at my log.
American 516, Austin clearance. Cleared to Oklahoma City via the ELO 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 1000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.225, squawk 1554.
Alright, let me look at my log real quick. Oklahoma City to... No, okay, so it doesn't have either one of them yet. Okay, so here's the current one. I don't know, you probably can't see that. Oh, got the number, okay. This is fun. debugging on the spot. All right, let's see. Cleared Oakland. Let's see, it did it again. This is interesting. So it's like, I don't know if it's clearing out a new flight or what it's doing,
via the Monkey 3 departure,
but it's not saving it in my portal.
Flight level 230, expect flight level
But the replies are like the first one I was able to reply, and then I was going to switch to ground, and then I noticed the flight ID went to VFR.
2352, Delta 2112.
It like just keeps resetting itself.
2112, readback, correct?
Clear to El Paso
This is
via
going
the
to be
Monkey 3
monitored.
departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level
This is a good time to do a
30, 10
live
minutes
flight,
after
huh?
Departure on 27.225, squawk 2444, Delta 2112.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Let me close out Sayintentions. And I'll load it back up. Alright, third time's the charm? Is this third or is this fourth? Alright, people who are watching this and are not, who have not used Sayintentions, this is a very fluke situation. I've done doing math real quick in my head, like 300 and something flights, and this has not happened like this before, so XP music shut down. So this is a very fluke system. It might be because I'm on the experimental server, who knows, but as I said earlier, you know, things can happen. So let's try the clearance again. Austin clearance, good morning from American 516. We are at gate 18 requesting IFR clearance to Oklahoma City with information India. Well, hopefully still it's India.
American 516, Austin clearance. I'll have your clearance in just a second. American 516, Austin clearance, cleared to Oklahoma City via the LOL-3 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain to 1000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.225. Clock 4321.
ELO 3? Is that how you pronounce that? ELO 3? Cleared to Oklahoma City via the ELO 3 departure, then is filed. Climb, maintain flight level 210. Expect flight level 340. Departure 127.225. Squawk 4321. American 516. Alright, let's see what happens.
American 516, read back correct.
Let me copy this in case it happens again. Okay, all's looking okay. It's all looking fine. Let's switch over to ground. Maybe it's fixed.
Good morning,
Maybe I just had to
ladies
restart
and
for some reason.
On behalf of the American Airlines,
Austin ground, American 516 is at gate 18 requesting pushback and engine start.
as we prepare for departure, please ensure that all carry-on items are securely stowed in the overhead compartments or completely
American
under the seat.
516,
Well, we got ground this time, so-
pushback and engine
For your
start
safety,
approved at gate
cautious
18.
accessing the
Expect
overhead
taxi
bins,
instructions
and
shortly.
let us know if you need any assistance.
Okay, I guess we're fixed.
We kindly ask
Minor
that you
technical
take
issues.
as quickly as
Did I do the
possible to
pushback
expedite
or the plan yet?
process. Please take a moment to review the safety instructions card located
no, I
in
didn't.
your seat pocket.
So
You are
yesterday,
seated
oh, it was
in
so
the
cool.
exit row. We ask you to
Yesterday,
review the
when I
exit
did the
row
flight
required.
coming into
Runway 18 left
required
via
to
Austin
Charlie
here?
1, Golf 1, Golf Alpha,
I remember where I
Bravo.
landed, whatever
Contact
runway this
tower
is
on
over.
121.0 when ready for departure.
18, right? When I
Please
landed
let us know
there, it gave me
so
my
we can
taxi
assist with
instructions.
reseating.
Spot on, right?
Thank you.
Gave me to a gate as well.
We hope
But it said,
pleasant
I
flights.
don't remember, something Johnson. Whatever this terminal is called, it's like taxi to whatever Johnson 18. And I'm like, what the hell is that? So I follow the taxiways, right? And what do you know? 18 was right here, or 28, whatever the hell it was right here. And then I found out that the terminal is called something Johnson.
Learjet 1684
I thought that
Bravo,
was so
Austin ground,
cool.
Roger.
So
Just a
cool.
heads up, my humour might not quite take off like an airplane. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Is that
now,
your voice?
If you're ready to taxi, please advise your parking location. Information Bravo is current.
Oh, typical auto clone. Alright, so did I do what I got going on here? I forgot where I am now. Alright, pushback, starting, engine 1 starting.
We're just gonna taxi right here to the terminal. Thanks, Bravo on board.
I should check to make sure no one else is here. Oh, we do have a plane there.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
They look like
This
they're...
is Erica, your lead flight attendant.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, they're
heard
lifted
the
right now.
Four Bravo,
Okay.
Roger.
and are
Taxi
beginning
departure by
to
Golf
descend
Charlie
on
Whiskey.
Doing a wheelie.
International Airport, heading to Will Rogers World Airport in Oklahoma City. Our estimated flight time today is approximately 57 minutes. At this time,
All right,
we
all's
kindly
fixed.
ask that you remain seated with your
Bonanza
seatbelts
1 Alpha
fastened
Whiskey,
to
contact tower.
And
Please ensure that
tower,
all electronic devices are
one.
turned off or switched to
Juliet
airplane
Lima Whiskey, have a good
Your
day.
safety is our top priority, so please pay close attention to the crew members as they demonstrate the safety procedures unique to this aircraft. Joining
gotta
me
set my
today
departure
are
still.
my fellow crew members, Sarah, Mike, and Jessica, who are here to assist you throughout the flight.
Oops.
Thank you for your attention,
Alright, so
and we
departure
appreciate your
is
cooperation. We
18
look forward
left.
to a pleasant flight.
803.
Bonanza November 421 Alpha Whiskey. Austin ground taxi to runway tree 6 right.
Kinger.
Via Alpha hold short of runway tree 6 right. Contact tower on 121.0 when ready for departure.
Southwest 1120, Austin ground push and start approved. Information Whiskey is current.
I think I'm voice cloned in, oh shoot, Chicago Executive? Or no, DuPage. DuPage Airport. I haven't even flown out there yet. Which is a shame, because I'm pretty sure... Oh no, that's Executive that had a paid mod I bought. I don't think DuPage does. I think there's a freeware for DuPage. Austin ground, American 516 is clear of gate 1H, requesting taxi clearance.
American 516, taxi to runway 18 left via Charlie 1, Golf 1, Golf, Alpha, Bravo.
18 left via Charlie 1, Golf 1, Golf, Alpha, Bravo, American 516. Okay, Charlie 1, Golf 1. Okay, yeah, so we're on Charlie 1 now. Golf 1's up here on the right, and then Golf, and then, what was it, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo, yeah, perfecto. Alright, taxi lights on, let's give it a little bit of power. And I think it's a flap 3 departure, flaps 3, yep.
Well, that was some
And
great taxi
AP
instructions
power
there, ground. Trying to get to the gates. Can you give me some instructions, or you want me to just find my own way?
Fly your own way, damn it. Got time for your crap. Flaps 3. Golf. Tell you what, one of the coolest things, I remember when I first started using Sayintentions, I was blown away with it, just everything, right? But now, like, the coolest thing is when you get gate-to-gate information, right? It is so cool. When the taxi instructions are spot on, thanks to Taxi Tuner, all the people, all their hard work with that. And then with V3, you get on landing taxi directly to the gate. Like, freaking amazing. I typically will say an available gate. I don't actually request a gate itself. And that gives me an idea if the airport has been taxi tuned V3. Alright, let's see. Takeoff config, all looking grand. All good here. Oh, stay on the taxiway. Whoa,
Okay.
shot.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Break out the LGPS.
Alaskan 621. Say again your request.
Oh, they get put into the pools. I think I checked mine. Mine is in DuPage. I think it's a cool feature though. Really, really cool. Alright, this should be Bravo up here.
2560, assign gate 12 taxi via
Looks like a Bravo to
hold
me.
short of Charlie.
This is a really good add-on. This airport is really, really good. And Oklahoma City is really good too. Okay, over to Tawa. Tower, hello from American 516. We are holding short runway 18 left, ready for departure. I don't know why I always say hello. Hello.
American 516, Austin Tower, runway 18 left, winds 185 at 10, gusting 17. RNAV WLMRT, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 18 left, cleared for takeoff, American 516. Eurobeat for the taxi roll. I'm one of the few streamers I think that doesn't. I don't want to call myself a streamer. I don't like doing that, but I am one of the few people that streams from time to time. It doesn't do video, music in the background.
Runway 15, cleared to land.
I don't like it when I watch streams, and so I'm not going to do it during the stream. Hey, there goes that Delta. Alright, let's bring up those engines. Flex, good. Let's roll. Oh, I'm very friendly with AI. I'm very friendly with them. My wife said, Google, stop talking to me. Our Google Home. Because I wasn't very nice to it. I wouldn't say thank you and please. All that jazz. So I started doing that, and it seems to have worked. Which is cool if Google did integrate that, because proper manners, right? Treat it as a real person and with respect.
Flight heading 310, clear for takeoff, runway 31, Vision Jet 22 Foxtrot.
Good departure so far. How's the rate of climb? Gears going up. We got approved up to flight level 210, which is crazy. I listen to people just be assholes to Sayintentions sometimes. It's like, come on, people, you're talking to a computer. You're not talking to a real person. Unless they just get that involved. But if they're that way in real life, like, I don't want to meet you. Departure, hello from American 516. Just passing 1600, climbing flight level 210.
American 516, Austin approach, radar contact, cleared direct LOL, climb and maintain, flight level 190.
190, man. Climb and maintain flight level 190, American 516. Alright, flaps going up, let's go direct then. Direct. And BP on.
Contact Budapest radar on
Flaps up, cool.
1.715.
Drop that and drop that. All looking grand. Next step is 10,000. Gosh, I just had a sudden panic that I had forgotten I was running a 738 down to speed. So, okay, here's a funny story. I done a I did a Onair virtual airline flight. Was it last weekend or the week before? I can't remember, but it was in the what was it, PC-12, right? And I forgot to set the fuel in that, so I was setting the fuel based on what Onair was saying, which was way off, and I didn't realize it. So I take off. About a minute after takeoff, PC-12 is yelling at me because it's low fuel. And I'm like, oh, well, that's can't be right. It's got to be a bug. And the flight was a short flight. It was like 30 nautical miles, right? Really, really close. So I'm cruising along, right? And the engine just turns off. I'm climbing up to whatever the flight was, like 5,000, and it turns off at like 3,000 feet. And then dummy me reloads the flight, right? And I didn't change the fuel again. So the same thing happens again. Houston Center on 126.425, American 516. That shows you I really need to be a real pilot in the sky. That's skill right there alone. Houston Center, hello from American 516, just passing 6,600, climbing flight level 190.
American 516, Houston Center. Good morning, Austin altimeter 30.06.
065, Papa Uniform, Munich radar. Expect the ILS runway 23 left approach into Dusseldorf.
Okay, so I'm expecting runway 17 right via the Yux 3, Yux transition. I'll see. Oh, I did. I landed in the field twice. Surprisingly smooth. The first moment, though, I was completely confused. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to restart Onair, which was no problem, because I had just taken off. So I was like, it is what it is. But then when I reloaded at the airport, it's like, no, that's not where you're supposed to be. And I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. So I just went over to where I was, took off from the field. That's great. I love that PC-12. I think I read yesterday that, or on Sunday, I can't remember now, that SWS is pushing out a patch soon for the PC-12, which I'm excited about because maybe I'll do some more flights with it. I'm not a fan of the ground handling right now. It's really, really tough to turn the bird. You gotta use a lot of differential brake.
516, Houston Center, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Up to flight level 280, American 516.
We've reached our cruising altitude.
That's really my own major
Use of
complaint.
approved portable
Everything else I love
electronic devices
about the
is now
PC-12.
permitted.
They are fixing the
For your
flight
continued
dynamics too a
safety,
little bit,
keep your seatbelt
or adjusting, I
fastened
shouldn't say
until
fix, they're adjusting that.
If the captain turns off the
I
fast
did,
seat
the last
outside.
patch that came out did fix a lot with
Our
the
onboard Wi-Fi service is
the
now
yaw
available
damper,
for your convenience. Thank you
which is
for
good.
your attention.
It was bad timing for the PC-12 to come out, because it had it come out like a few months before I got back into the Phoenix. I probably would have been doing a lot of GA stuff with the PC-12, but right now my mind is so heavy on Airliners, primarily the 320 here, that I have no interest in doing any GA stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in our destination, and we'll see if Sayintentions corrects it, but as of right now it's saying the Yux 3 departure, arrival. Yux 3 via Yux. Right.
What flight level are you showing me at?
And so let them swing around, come back in. When I did this flight yesterday, it was departure to the south, land south. It was really cool.
Force 243, descend and maintain
gosh.
flight level 120.
So I watch a lot of, if you watch any of my streams, I'll talk about my two favorite streamers. Kip, I love Kip on the ground. He's got a really nice, calm, cool voice to listen to, right? And he's a very down-to-earth kind of person, so his streams are really fun.
516, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Up to flight level 320, American 516. And then the other one I like watching is 757 Spy. And I love his streams because he provides a lot of detail with what he's doing, his setups, and he's been flying for a very long time, streaming for a long time as well. And I've learned so much from him. For example, when I first flew the 727, I scrapped together different videos from other people. I looked at the documents that FSS provided, and it was enough to get me in the air and flying, but not comfortably. And then he did a quick little flight in the 727, and he had flown it before in X-plane. So he kind of knew what he was looking for, but still didn't know, kind of thing. But even as he was troubleshooting things, and the chat was providing detail, it was able to help me learn so much more with that. And definitely with the Phoenix, I learned more with him. The 777, I watched his video first and learned how to take off of that plane. Flight Sim Daddy. He's a great man. He's a good person. You know, he's talked on the streams often about his previous line of work in weather and how he got screwed in that field and he got laid off and ended up doing streaming full time, which is great. You know, he's able to find income and make it work out. But he seems like a really good guy. You know, a really good guy. And he's very nice and friendly and knowledgeable in streams. And I'll be honest, like I've told him this before and many times, and that's it's so great when I get out of work, you know, 7 o'clock at night or whatever it be, that I can come home, hop on him, and then I'll do a flight, you know, and just to hear someone who's friendly and nice, it's nice sometimes. It's nice. Climb and maintain flight level 340, American 516. I used to watch a lot of Two-Tone Murphy stuff, and his video's great too. He provides some great detail, but I think he's shifted a bit, and it's probably because that's what the audience wants, but he shifted a bit into more of a jokey stream, and it's entertaining. It can be entertaining sometimes, but it's a little much for me.
We are requesting heading to 900 due to good weather conditions.
Kiwi Mace is the other guy I watch. He was big with the Neofly. When Neofly first came out, he posted a bunch of Neofly videos on how to do certain things. And Kiwi Mace is great too. He's like I am. We stream like once in a great while. He tries to stream every Saturday. For him, I think it's Sunday mornings, but he doesn't have a clue what he's doing half the time. But it's fun, you know. He's another kid, down to earth and just kind of chillaxed kind of thing. And he has like 6, 7, 8 loyal people that will jump in flights and do group flights with him. And he's great.
I expect to see ILS 31 right via the landing aid arrival.
Yeah, meaningful content. That's the thing. Yeah, but hey, you know, jumping into like a Two-Tone Murphy's flight and just having what would he say? The crack, having a crack at it or something? A crack at a good time? I can't remember. I'm not Irish. But you know, yeah, some of his flights can be really fun. There's no doubt about it. But I just can't sit there and watch it for 2-3 hours anymore. It's gotten a little too extreme. But I'd say like 2 years ago, I watched a lot of his stuff, a lot of his content. What's he stream Wednesdays, Fridays, I think it is. 1900 Zulu time. Yeah, he also does a truck sim. I forgot about that. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't mind Two-Tone at all. Like, I think he's grand. I have nothing bad to say about him. I just, my taste on the stream has shifted a bit. But his content's great. Like, he definitely has a loyal amount of followers and all that jazz. So Have a crack. Have a crack at it, yeah. He's more British. Okay, I see what you're saying. I gotcha. He's great. He's great. I'm again not saying anything bad about him. He's fantastic. It's just the content for me isn't ideal. It's not what I'm looking for when it comes to
Bonanza 1 Alpha Whiskey, Houston Center. Descend and maintain 6,000.
I really miss Fabio. I really miss Fabio. Someone brought this up on 757 Spy not too long ago. Oh my gosh, you got the fuel caution. Get those parachutes ready, right? Hey, don't be ashamed if you're the first one off the plane, right? You don't got to be like the Titanic guy, right? You can be the first one. The captain doesn't always have to go down with the ship. It's happened before.
100 for 12,000.
Okay, so we're getting out of the departure, and we'll soon be entering the arrival. It's a short hop up to Oklahoma City. It's also a really quiet one in terms of centers. Oh, cargo. Oh yeah, it's cargo. You jump out, right? They don't need their packages. Whatever. As long as there's no animals on board, it's all green. What is it? It's a 727, I think, that has horses. No, it's not the 727, right? Yeah, is this? I think the 727 that has horses in the back. Air Force One? Is that the joke? I don't know what the joke is. People would say it. I have no idea what that means. I've never looked it up. Air Force One. I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know why it blanked on my mind. I was thinking, what is the VP of the U.S.? What is her plane called? And I never looked it up, but then like someone said, a newscast I was watching was Air Force 2. I was like, oh well, that makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, that is, okay, so it is the 17. At 1,000. Hey, as long as it's not fine China, right? It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all grand. I need to jump back into the 300. That's a fun plane. Fabio got a job back into flight instructing. It's like, well, at the time, the job he got was like what he said, like a 45-minute to an hour commute back and forth, so 2 hours a day. And at the first few weeks when he was training, he had done a couple streams as he was driving. He'd talk about the lessons that were learned that day, and then he just completely dropped contact with the Discord. Well, you know, it's his life, right? You can't judge a guy to do whatever he wants. It's his life, and he only got into streaming because he got laid off from being a flight instructor to begin with, as when the pandemic started. But his flights, his streams, man, they were freaking amazing. Fort Worth Center, American 516, just passing flight level 284, climbing 340. Is 340 our cruise? Yeah.
American 516,
yeah. I remember watching one of his full streams, and it was like a 6-hour, 7-hour stream, and it was supposed to be a flight, like you're saying, and he never took off. The whole flight was just him on the ground talking about procedures and whatnot, and like you can learn so much, but the entertainment purpose wasn't there, right? The educational purpose was, and that just, to me, shows how much of a instructor he is, right? He loves to teach people about this, and for him to get back into that job is great for him. Very great for him. I learned a great deal about aviation during his streams. I wish I think there's a couple of them up on YouTube. I wish he threw all of his streams up on YouTube, because then at least everyone would have access to it still. It's a shame that they're not all available, because the content he provided was extraordinary. And I remember he was working on a SOP for the 737. Between him and his dad is a retired pilot. Flew in Brazil, I think it was. And they were working on a SOP for the 737. It was around the time that the 737 was just getting ready to be released and had gotten, or I think it was when they got released. And he put so much time and effort into it, and it never got released. It never ever got released into the public. Oh, I have a 3440 by 1440p. Yeah, ultra wide. You have two of those? Oh, crap. How do you have it set up? Do you have it like on top of each other? Do you have them on the side, like it's curving around you? I think you had posted a video, or a picture in Discord, didn't you?
Descent to 4,200 feet, Qantas 23.
Almost at top of climb here. All's grand. We haven't had any issues ever since that initial problem.
One 34.525 for United 1372.
Okay, vertical stacked. So I bought a monitor stand that had just two 1080p's stacked on top of each other, and I was going to have that just onto the side of my ultra wide. And I used it for like 2 days, and my neck was too sore. I didn't like the way it worked, so I went back to my current setup, which is the traditional one left, one right of the main monitor. But I have the one on the right still on the stand. I don't have it on the arm. I haven't put it back on the monitor arm. Laziness, and I just don't necessarily need it because it's on the desk.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant,
49-inch ultra wide.
We have now reached our
Holy
cruising
crap.
altitude of 34,000 feet. For your safety, we ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened while seated. We will be coming around shortly with our snack and drink service.
My father-in-law had given us a very nice
enjoy the flight.
Samsung 4K TV. It's a 60-something inch. Just massive compared to what we had before. And I briefly thought about using that as my PC monitor. So I tested it. And obviously I first launched up Flight Sim, and it was just amazing. Just freaking huge. But as a day-to-day monitor, no. Like our day-to-day use monitor, office monitor, way too damn big. Way too much in your face. Not logical. It was really cool. Trying like Forza on it, and I think I tried God of War, and I tried a couple different other games on it. It's really cool to have that big old screen.
Delta 878, contact Fort Worth
Oh, I'm sure the entire world.
27.45.
27.45, Delta 8878.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one I have is 65 inch.
Center, Duke 2 Whiskey Alpha with you.
I think the next thing I want to do is I want to get an
Duke
OLED.
812, Whiskey Alpha, Fort Worth Center.
That's my
Roger.
big thing. I want to get an OLED monitor.
Right to runway 28 approach.
Ooh, Red Dead would be really cool on that 49 inch. Dutch, thanks for stopping in. You have a great dinner.
Easy 2921.
I have a Discord, but I don't really use it. I actually had it for when I was doing a podcast, 3 years ago. I spent too much time in Sayintentions, Discord, in 757 Spy. Yes, multiplayer chatter. Global, I believe, is on. Let me just verify.
American 516, Fort Worth Center. Expect the ILS runway 17 right approach into Rogers. I'll have your descent.
Yeah, global is
for you
on.
in about, let's say, 10 minutes, okay?
17 right approach, so everything is spot on what SimBrief has given us. We will expect the ILS 17 right into Rogers, American 516. I don't know if I'm just lucky or what, but I don't have a lot of the issues that I've seen, like Kip have with Sayintentions. And like I've done, I was looking, when I say 300 flights, which would be almost 350 hours worth of flights. That's insane. 300. That's nuts. That is crazy. When did I start going hard? March. I think it was March is when I started going hard with Sayintentions. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. I do short hops though. They're all short hops. So that's, hour-long flights roughly, mixed in with a couple GA short, little 30-minute flights. Yeah, I watched I don't think I watched the audio one. I saw him post it in the Discord, and then I jumped in. But by the time I saw the message, it was past that time, and he made the adjustments. Okay, so runway 17 right. Let's get this all programmed in. Still 100 knots. Oh my gosh. I remember a while back ago I'd watched 757, and he was on the ground so much waiting for Vatson. Yeah, okay, here's another thing. Alright, so I think Vatson's great, and I know he's very passionate about Vatson, talking to real people, and he has no interest in touching in the AI stuff, right? But you almost will never have a 30-minute taxi with Sayintentions, right? Never going to be sitting there for 30 minutes on hold, or holding short to take off. It's going to be a very rare exception that happens. And even when, if traffic injection and all that jazz ever happens with both Beyond ATC and Sayintentions, I don't think it's going to be that long. It's going to be a super rare thing, but he has, I know he does the VATSIM events, but, he has, delays all the time, and I remember one stream, he had such a delay that he had to turn off the engines because he was getting past the he had used up all the fuel for taxi, and he might not had enough fuel to actually get to his destination. And I think one stream he actually had to turn back around, go back to the terminal to get fuel. Alright, let's put in our approach info. 3003. Temperatures 31. Winds 190 at 12. And minimum 1482. Approach is set. 146 for land. We'll start our descent in, I don't know, what's that going to be, like 8 minutes? Roughly. It's so weird when you zoom out on ultrawide. Just in the area. I don't think I could ever run with that thing. That's just chaos. Massive chaos. But hey, it's, you know, I guess real life when there's spring break or something, right? Christmas time. Delays. The curvature of the Earth. No, the Earth is flat. Come on now. We all know that. It's like a super big pizza. I always make that joke at work with coworkers when we're, you know, when I'm going to say something that's goofy, I'll say, I don't want to offend those who think the world's flat, but, you know, it's actually round. Get my iron out and flatten it out. So I ordered an item from Best Buy, amplifier for my mic. And initially said it was supposed to be delivered the next day. And all of a sudden now it won't be coming until tomorrow, which kind of sucks because I wanted to have it for, my goal was to have it for today's stream. I'm using right now like OBS's mic boost and all that jazz and the mic gain, and I don't like it so much. So I want to see if this will help with my mic issues. Okay, so runway 17, we are going to landing, and then we're going to be taxiing to the left. Taxi to the left. If we can do golf, that would be fantastic, but Foxtrot's right next to it as well. And I know Will Rogers is taxi tuned, but I don't know if it's V3 taxi tuned. So let's give that a glance, shall we? Taxi tuner V3. Cool. I don't know where American parks here. see if we can find out American parks. American didn't come. Oh, yeah. Gate 4. Alright, so we're going to ask for gate 4 if I remember. Flying into Oklahoma City. Will Rogers World, Oklahoma City. I haven't done this flight ever, I don't think. Well, I did the rival one, now I'm doing the other rival, the other leg. But it was one that was scheduled with Onair. If you're not used Onair, it is a career mode software add-on for Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane, and I think what's the other one called? But I think it's for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our
simple.
initial descent into Will Rogers
Okay.
World Airport.
Oh,
The captain has
I didn't
turned
hear the
off
descent
fasten seatbelt
information.
sign.
Maybe I wasn't paying
Our
attention.
cabin crew will soon be making one final round to collect any remaining trash
Okay,
and
so
prepare for our
we're going
arrival.
to descend down to
Please pass
6,000,
any
and then we
remaining
should
service
hopefully get some
items to the
vectors.
flight attendants. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, 500? You need to get a video of this, if you can. Get a video on final. There's like nothing going on with the weather here. It's like there's some clouds up there in the distance. I thought there was a storm somewhere around this area. One of the rare times I actually looked at the weather. Oh, it's north of it up there. It's north of Oklahoma City. Up in Missouri. This is something I hope is adjusted in 2024, is this major change with the satellite imagery. And I know it's really tough to do because it's the whole world, right? And the imagery was taken at different times of year, different times of day, all that jazz. It's such a major change. I don't know if they can throw a filter over it all to make it look similar. Like you see this big ass square here. I think that's Oklahoma. What is that? What is that? Wichita Falls. That's behind. What's on the left of us? Yeah, whatever. What is that? Oh, Lawton. Okay. Okay, all's looking grand, and we should have a disco before we get to final. Yep, okay. And then at film, we're going to be at 5,000. So all's looking good. We'll drop down to 6,000. Keep on hitting in it. 146 for the final. The last couple of flights I've done have come in too hot. I've been letting the autopilot handle, or the speed managed by the AP. Alright, well this is another issue. I'm not getting any audio. I've just gotten two information from ATC, and I've not heard either one of these two. 12795. Fort Worth Center, hello from American 516. Just passing flight level 268, descending the Yux 3.
American 516, Fort Worth Center, maintain flight level 340. Continue on the Yux 3 arrival.
Maintain. I'll just continue to descend.
With REDF1 Alpha arrival confirmed. Continue as planned.
Shortcut the heck out of dive bomb.
Alpine 4039.
Dive bombing the ILS.
On 124.
I think Kip did 1,000 feet per minute dive bomb on Saturday or Sunday. I didn't see the actual landing, but I read it. Alright, I read comments about it later on. Holy cow. Yeah, looks like there's a couple planes. Oklahoma City. It's always cool. So now what you need to test is don't land the plane, right? Do a touch and go and see how far you could have gone, right? It's like that episode of Seinfeld where was it Kramer was gonna buy a car or something, and the salesperson said it could go a certain distance or something around that, and they ended up just keep on driving even when it went past the E. I want to see how far it would go. And then they went somewhere, and the car just died out, and Kramer's like, I'll think about it. It just walks away.
1 kilo contact Fort Worth Center on 135.
Yeah, no.
275.
Come on. You can do it.
Goodbye.
Alpine 4039, Milan radar, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Catchment 104 Bravo Delta, Washington Center. Expect the ILS runway 10 approach into Baltimore. Raven 6 arrival, THHMP transition. I'll have your descent. Yeah. In about 15 minutes or so. Center, American 121, Papa flight level 320, descending to flight level 290. American 1221, Papa Golf, Fort Worth Center, roger.
Okay, what are we expecting for altitudes here? So, we'll be above 8,000.
American 1221, contact Fort Worth Center on 132.9 or 25.
19 to yeah, so we'll be up 15. I thought we were a little
Center, we are requesting
170 at touchdown.
runway
Yeah, you really
33 left
you really brought that down to the wire.
with Rabbit 6 arrival
I got plenty to work with here.
into Baltimore. If you could make that change, please.
About 2 seconds after touchdown, both engines failed. Oh my gosh. Maybe that go around wouldn't have been a good idea.
Not Alpha arrival. Reading radar, this is Lufthansa 429. I'm with you at flight level 360. Inbound Kabat. Vision Jet 2, Foxtrot X-ray. Expect the Marley 4 arrival for the ILS runway 32 left into Omaha via OVR. I'll have your descent. Just a heads up, in about 20 minutes or so.
Lufthansa 29, Munich radar. Can you please expedite your descent to flight level 100?
17 sirens. Oh man. I remember when I did a flight, one of my first flights in the 727.
You have to stay on our flight level 360 until they descent.
I couldn't figure out what the hell the buzzing was. Like there was a couple warnings going off, and I, like in that plane, there's no like screen just to look at and be like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I got changed. You just got to figure it out, and I'm not smart enough to know how to figure that plane out.
United 264, contact
So I just went into the settings. The
7.025.
flight sim, I turned down the warning sound. That's good enough. I'm sure it was something to do with the cabin pressure. But it like started early on in the flight, and I wasn't about to listen to that the entire next 45 minutes. 550. Not bad. You know, hey, listen, 550 is really good in the situation you were in. Not knowing exactly when the engine would cut off. That was really good. 550 is really good. What did you say it was, the 777? Or the 787? Alright, we are, what, 20 minutes away from touchdown? There's
Alaskan 3621 Fort Worth Center, roger.
I always forget where to look for the estimated time.
Fort Worth Center, Alaska 3621, Whiskey flight level 380 on IFR flight plan to Bismarck.
Okay.
I got
37.
dropped on frequency changes, so am I supposed to stay with you or go somewhere else?
0737.
Alaskan 621, remain on this for now.
Go feed a doggo in celebration.
Climb to 360, 54039.
You said your dog city, right? Is that what I last heard?
Center, Vision Jet 22, Foxtrot X-ray. Can we start our descent now? We descend to
Adios. Thanks for coming in.
10,000.
Great job on the landing. Successful piloting in the virtual skies.
Send and maintain 10,000 feet.
Alright, so we're getting closer to 10,000. Get those landing lights on momentarily. And we will begin our arrival here.
American 516, Fort Worth Center, contact Oak City, approach on 119.3. United.
Oklahoma City approach on 119.3, American 516. Alright, flaps, or spoilers up again. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Weather change?
4039.
Oklahoma City approach, American 516, just past 12,000, descending via Yux 3.
American 516, OK City approach. Good afternoon, Chickasha, altimeter 29.907.
2997. Twitch Wally. That was a weird altitude. Looked like they were at 20,000, unless I saw 2,000. They're landing. In the wrong direction. Oh, there must be something else going on with them. Is there 3 or 4 guys down there? Three planes? No KC? Alright, 10,000 coming up. Lights, taxi, all on. And let's see if we get a good vector here for flights from Sayintentions. And I will do one more flight after this. I'll do the not 777. I'll do the 727. One quick flight after this. I haven't figured out where. Maybe Miami to Tampa. That's a short hop. What's the weather like? We're not doing anything where it's really bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our final approach into Oklahoma City.
American 452, proceed direct interest, descend and maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 35 left approach.
Both of those are pretty similar.
Straight up when your seatbelt is fastened. Please secure your carry-on items, stow your tray table, and pass any remaining service
In terms of
items
distance,
and unwanted reading materials to the flight attendant.
I think.
Thank you.
Okay, all looking good so far. At walls, we want to be above 7,000. At low, we want to be
American 516, OK City approach. Descend and maintain 7,000 turn left, heading 355 vectors for the ILS runway 17 right approach.
Down to 7,000, left heading 355, American 516. We're going to be on course for 355. Let's see what AP is doing for us. Pretty damn close. We'll hold. And it said 7,000. It's going to hold us at, well, we're going to be at will at 6,000. We're going to be here at 6. Speed brake. There's a couple planes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes. You got a Cessna, a 320. Can't tell what that is. 737-800. And can't tell what that is. Flanker. What is a flanker? It's definitely a jet. And the 11 out in the distance. Another 172. Alright, here's our 6,000. I know it said 7,000, but I'm just going to do 6. Go flaps 1. And let's go here and do that. Arm the speed brakes. Oops.
Vision 4 Romeo Kilo. Looks like we're off course. Let's get back on track. Turn right, heading 225 vectors for the ILS runway 31 right approach.
Alright, and we should get vectors to either Willem or Roha.
Roger, right heading 225 for Romeo.
One of those two. Roja, we want to be at 4,000. Philum, we want to be at 5,000. I'm guessing Philum is what we're expecting. And 355 is exactly what they wanted before, so that's where we're at. I guess we're at 351, but close enough, right? We got 777 out in the distance. 747 out there.
American 516, descend and maintain 5,000 turn right heading 005.
Down to 5,000, right heading 005, American 516. 005, slight little turn.
American 516, 6 miles from Roja. Turn right heading 085, descend and maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway, 17 right approach.
Right heading 085, down to 4,000, cleared for the localizer, American 516. Alright, so down to 4,000. And let's drop us a little faster. So Roja is what we're looking for. Let's arm the localizer. Like I was saying, this damn FSU is fantastic. Being able to just pop those buttons there, oh, so cool. So cool. Okay, so now the next thing is I'm going to buy this. When that add-on comes out, pop it right here on the side. So it'll extend out farther, and you can't see my hand, but it'll extend out a little bit farther. I'm not going to get the one on the right side, just the left one. Okay, localizer's been captured, and glide slope will be next. Let's go ahead and go, we're dropping down a little faster, so speed's picking up, that's all good. Flaps 2. Speed brakes out. Closer to the overspeed zone.
American 516,
right.
contact tower on 119.35.
Tower on 119.35, American 516. When I don't stream, I don't respond to the tower, or, you know, to these frequency changes. I just change it. So it's something to adjust to when I am streaming. 35. Oklahoma City Tower, American 516. We're on the ILS 17 right. Alright, so all looking great. Exit left.
2,500.
Easy
American
flight.
516, Rogers Tower, winds 185 at 12. Runway 17 right, cleared to land.
17 right, cleared to land, American 516. Bring up the landing gear at about 7 nautical miles. Rearm speed brakes. Yeah, speed brakes. And gear coming down. That'll help with a little bit of that drag. Yeah, I know. And then I know the altitude's being tested in the well, it was being tested in the experimental server, but I think it was having issues. I don't think the enforcement for the readback is great right now, because sometimes it doesn't quite understand the climb and maintain stuff. Sometimes when I say descend, it doesn't understand that either. So I'll use words like up to, down to, maintain. You know, I'll try to limit some of the words it gets confused about.
Mike Papa winds 340 at
But I'm all
14
for the
runway
enforcements.
35 left, clear to land.
It adds another level of the realism.
Clear to land, runway 35 left. 3 Mike.
Tomcat.
3 Mike Papa, welcome to Rogers.
3,
Contact ground on 121.9er.
Yeah, 8310 over there. I need to do a flight with that. I'll do that today. It's not a video stream, but it's going to be off-stream. One flight I'll do. Definitely bouncy. Winds are up, geez, up to 20 knots. 22 knots. Hold AP on for a little bit longer in this one. Did I get the 1,000 call out?
Piper 164, Victor Victor cleared ILS approach,
There's
runway
500
17 right.
AP off from aircraft. Silence that.
Piper 164, Victor Victor winds 185 at 33. Runway 17 right, clear to land.
Outbound glide slope. A little off to the side.
Departure, gonna have files. Departure runway 28, initial climb to 4,000 feet. Then contact departure on 119er, decimal 405.
High still.
2161 for Air Portugal 1908.
40.
Air Portugal 1908,
Speed
read that
off.
correct. Ground will be on 118.58.
5.
Going to ground on 118.58. Air Portugal
Ooh, a little bit of
3210.
a bouncy going on there. 353. A little heavy.
For runway 85 right, American 8.
Alright, we made it to Foxtrot.
American 516, welcome to Rogers. Exit at Alpha 7 if able. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er, American 516. Alright, landing lights off. 121 and a 9. Rogers, ground, American 516. Just exit runway 17 right on taxiway Foxtrot. Like to taxi to gate 4. Is that the gate I was going to choose? I don't know where the hell gate 4 is. I'm not getting callbacks. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
I didn't get a
to
response.
Oklahoma City. The local time is 11:30.
Rogers Tower, American 516. We are we're on taxiway Foxtrot, like the taxi to gate 4.
Then turn off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating it is safe to stand. Please use caution when opening the overhead
American
compartments
516, taxi to gate 4 via Foxtrot Alpha, cross runway 31, then Bravo.
Did you know that Oklahoma City is home to the National Cowboy
that was.
and
Alpha,
Western
so we're on
Heritage
Foxtrot
Museum?
Alpha.
It's a great place
Good.
to learn about the American
And then
West.
Bravo.
The weather here is currently 88 degrees Fahrenheit with light clouds. Thank you for flying American Airlines today.
Where the hell Bravo is? Partially goofed up. Taxi to gate 4 via Foxtrot Alpha, cross runway 31, then Bravo, American 516. So here's Alpha. Let's see if we can go find Bravo. I don't want to discredit the taxiing until we actually get to that little area where I get confusion with, because it can be right. Sometimes it just doesn't show on the chart properly. Gate 4 is right, I think it's this one here.
EC870, Information Sierra is current. Cleared to London Gatwick via the Oris 1 Delta departure, then as filed. Departure runway 08. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 125.205.
Alright, flaps up, landing lights are off, all's grand there. Here's Alpha.
Skylane 9 of 4, 527.
Cross
Will
runway.
Rogers World ground taxi to parking
Let's see
via Golf
Bravo.
Echo.
There's no
Juliet, have a
Bravo up
good day.
here.
Taxi
This is still Alpha. This is Charlie. So we should have got a Charlie taxi. And then Charlie 6. Or whatever, Charlie 5 could be up here as well, but I don't know where Bravo is. I'm not sure where it got that information from.
Will Rogers ground, November 456 Alpha Bravo, ready to taxi IFR to Corpus Christi, 6 Alpha Bravo.
Find Bravo. I want to know
Alpha
where.
Bravo, Will Rogers, Will ground taxi to runway 17 right via taxiways Bravo. Charlie hold short of runway 17 right.
Because unless this is Bravo here, this line.
Oak City ground, Eagle 53971 is ready to taxi.
Gate 4 is here.
Eagle flight
Either way, it should have
002,
given us
Rogers ground, taxi
Charlie.
to runway 13 via Charlie Alpha Alpha 1, cross runway 17 right, then Delta Charlie.
Oklahoma City ground, American 3621, ready to taxi.
Alright, parking brake on. And GPU chocks jetway. And available for that. And engine 1 2 off.
Engine off, time logged. The flight is finished.
Flight has been finished.
By Onair.
We're gonna give Sayintentions all 10s on that because it's not their fault for the taxi. And the initial bug was cleared up as the flight went on. There was 2 calls that we didn't hear anything from, but still overall the flight was good. Very, very good.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored.
Fokker 918 Alpha Foxtrot Rogers ground taxi to cargo.
353 on the landing. The G's of 098. So it was a soft touch with the G's at least.
Taxi to cargo ramp via Foxtrot, Echo, Golf, and Charlie. Thank you.
Alright, so that's all good. Let's clear out that flight to a new flight. And I want to look at the taxi tuner here for Oklahoma City again. I want to see if Bravo's on there.
Taxi parking.
So I'm very curious where it got that. I don't see it anywhere on the charts.
Vision 4 Romeo Kilo, Kennedy ground. Taxi to 511 via Victor, Bravo, Uniform, Alpha, Foxtrot. Have a good day.
So here's the charts. Here's 4 where we are. This just says taxiway.
Easy 870. Push back and engine
Alpha,
start approved. Expect runway 08
Bravo
for departure. Contact tower on 119.455 when ready for departure.
Kilo. Alpha. Bravo's way over here. Huh.
Ethiopian 694, Vol ground. Pushback approved. Expect taxi instructions for runway 25 left.
We exited here, Foxtrot, and then it had us go on Charlie. I mean, Foxtrot to Alpha. Cross runway 31. And then it said Bravo. So somewhere here it lost its mind. So I was thinking maybe there's
Ethiopian
point
694,
not right.
runway 25 left confirmed. Await further taxi instructions.
Everything looks fine. Huh, yeah. I don't know.
Will Rogers ground.
Anywho, let's jump into the 727, shall we? It's going to be great.
Taxi information.
It's not going to be a disaster. I'm going to be so excited. That was a beautiful landing. I have issues still with floating. And it can happen when I have in speed manage mode on landing, or if I manually do it too. It's just, I have to time it really good. I had a nice one yesterday. It was like minus 50 or something. It was crazy. Crazy smooth. Here's my Couch Captain's livery. If you want that, join the Kip's Discord. 100% free. What do we have here? Anything fun, or just do the FedEx? I like the way that looks. 0G. US jet. Let's do that.
Delta Rogers ground clear to Tampa via the Buock 2
first we'll look
departure,
at Miami.
Maintain 5,000, expect 18,000, 10 minutes after departure.
To Tampa.
Departure frequency 126.5, squawk 2221. Taxi to runway 6 via taxiway Alpha, hold short of runway 6.
KTPA. Alright, let's see. How long of a distance is it? 186. It's not too bad. What about Boston up here? Boston to New York.
Clear to Tampa, but to departure, then is filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect 8,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.5, squawk 2221. Taxi to runway 6 via taxiway Alpha, hold short of runway 6. TBM
yeah, we'll just do this.
Delta.
I'm not going to do...
correct. Expect runway 6. Report ready for taxi.
Let me do sim brief, see what sim brief says.
Will Rogers ground, 6 Alpha Bravo. Can I go ahead and cross runway 1?
I don't think I'm going to load sim brief in. I'm going to do it just direct GPS. It seems like if I do the sim brief profile, that's where things get messed up. And we're definitely not doing Sayintentions. I'm going to just close that out right now. Okay, to Tampa. In the 727. Like I said, I haven't tried this new update that came out this morning. So maybe some things have been adjusted. Okay, so they're saying departure runway 8 left. Which is over here, right? No, it's 9. 8 left is one of these guys, yeah. So we'll go here. Okay, let's do that. Alright, this will be an adventure. Live stream on the 727. I keep hitting things. I remember there was a video I watched. It was with Tuto Murphy, and he like hit his knee on something on his desk, and it's just the funniest crap. I felt bad because he hurt himself, but like whenever I was having a bad moment, I just watched that clip again. And then he also was talking about like tacos or something, and he didn't quite understand what he was trying to say. And it was just as funny as hell moment as well. Alright, here's the new update. Here's all the changelog jazz. So we got rudders, APU, incorrect quick view. Oh yeah. Raindrops, flaps, fuel, engine, distance, reversers, trim switch, landing calculation, emergency door, cabin door, taxi lights, APU pitch mode. Improvements to a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. Turn off that jazz. Alright, welcome into the beautiful 727. This is a great, like I said, this is a fun looking plane. Jesus, the performance here is awful. Holy moly. Okay, anywho, it's a combination of the weather, combination of the planes, combination of streaming. Jesus, it's awful. Okay, anywho, beautiful plane. Pre-check the light cool thing about this crew manager autopilot stuff is it does most of the work for you. So we're going to climb up to flight level 270. That seems really high for such a short flight. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way up there. And then we'll look at... I'm waiting for that to come up still. Okay, here that comes up. People complain about the sounds, and I'm fine with it. Okay, so we're going direct. And we're going to hope for the best. Changes to GPS. So pretty much at this point, we're just waiting for this to turn green. When that turns green, we can do before it starts. When that turns green, we can get our pushback going. The crew manager makes this so automated, which is fantastic, because I'm a big dummy. And I really don't want to learn another plane right now. My brain can't absorb another plane. I'm saving the little bit of brain power I still have for the Max when that comes out with the 2024. Because that's a plane I've been wanting to fly. I know it's gotten some bad news and all that jazz over the years, which it should, but it still looks like a really cool plane. Be one of my longest streams. Almost up to 2 hours already. By the time we're done with this, it'll be 3 hours. Holy, I'm gonna take a nap. Old man Lex over here. But I might be able to do more of these streams. The way my work schedule is going to be going forward, I might have a weekday off, which would make it easier for me to do streams. These longer streams. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that's green now. We can go to the next one, which is before start. One behind us. The 7-4. Couple of Neos. Hey, 722. I don't know where they're going. Got some weird issues going on. 777s. Now, right now, Mobi Flight doesn't work with the 727. I'm waiting for an add-on to come for that. Or not an add-on, a script to come for that. Because I don't know anything about programming any of that stuff. Oh, we do have to do a couple things here, though. I forgot. This guy here. So, I'm gonna grab that guy. And we'll keep all that right now where it is. We need to load. So, let's bring in our flight. Load that, and then we go to take off, and we go to set and set. And we have our flight, and here's the add information. Okay, so we're gonna go back to aircraft and get rid of that, Take off, back to flight, I guess. Okay, now we can remove brakes, start the pushback. And then we go up here, and we bring this down to ground. Also get some lights on, I suppose. That's helpful. Okay. And now, we're waiting down here. I just wait for the orange light to turn off, but pretty much at 20 is when it will turn off. So wait for that. There it goes. Engine 3. And then at 40, we can turn it back to ground. Freeze rolling. are at 40. So go up here. We go back up to off. And go to ground. And rinse and repeat for the other two engines. Well, the other one engine, I guess, for number 2. So when that green light turns off, flip up the switch. There it goes. Number 2. I don't know if that's correct. That just seems to work for me. Engine number 2 coming up. Such a cool plane. I want the passenger version to come out. That's the plane I'm used to. And 40 for that. Up top. And off. And we'll go to ground. Engine number 1. I don't think we need this anymore until landing. So we can click the button here, I guess, to go away. Okay, engine number 1 is to go. Wait for it to become good, and then just go to after start. I haven't used the auto throttle since I had issues with it initially, so I won't use it in today's flight. Okay, all looking grand. We're past that, so then off, go away. And these are automatically set, I think. Turn this over to RTO. Okay, after start, checklist, doing their thing back yonder, flipping switches and all that jazz. Why do they have 3.3 here? 2.7, is that what's programmed here? 2.7, I don't know why 3.3 was programmed there. Ground, we'll keep that with us. Yeah, look at all the switches they're doing, this is crazy. No thank you. I don't want to learn all that. So wait for that to turn green. And then while we're taxiing, we'll switch over to taxi. Let's do all that jazz. Let me change the title here. I'm not doing career mode anymore. Boeing 727. Alright. Taxi lights on. Let's get rolling. I remember my first startup of this plane. I was like, I have no problem. I don't need no checklist. I don't need no knowledge on this. I couldn't get the engine started. Couldn't get it started. Alright, we will go to Mike up here. As stated earlier, Flight Sim is very heavy on the CPU. So right now, OBS is using anywhere between 9 and 12% of my CPU. So that's why I'm experiencing some crappier quality. I'm not sure if it comes off on stream like that or not. The stream is capped at 60. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in the 40s to 50s. Alright, runway 8 left, so we'll go up to Lima 1, short 8 left. 330 over there. And go to Neo. So Talking day today in Flight Sim. I'm on the East server. US East server, sorry. Alright, let's go before takeoff. Checklist. Is this plane going to 8 right or left? Okay, just disappeared. Oh, I lost all multiplayer. Good old Wasoba servers. Alright, flaps are good. And landing lights are coming up. We're good to roll. On departure, I don't like how that sticks. I don't like how it won't, when you hit it left, I can't go back to my first view. It's just, it like sticks to that view. Instead of like having to hold it. I don't like that. Okay, so here we are holding short. We did 4 takeoffs, good. Let's go. After departure, we need to swing back around to the west. And course is saying 325. Oh, wait, on. Yeah, 325. Alright, go. Let's bring up them throttles. Let's roll. Short to the hop, Miami to Tampa. Haven't flown into Tampa for a little bit. Tampa's got a nice add-on airport. This is the BM and Sim or something airport, Miami. Which is heavy on frames as well, but it's extra heavy right now. V1, rotating. Tail strike it. Positively. Hold it. Alright, you're coming up. Remember, I'm not flying an Airbus no more, so it's not fly-by-wire. Climb up to, let's say, 1,000, then we'll start our rotate over to the left. Flaps over 160, going up to 5. Alright, let's go to swing to the left. And after takeoff, checklist. Speeds are coming up to 200. Very hands-on plane. Very hands-on. Flaps up. No Onair on this one. I don't trust myself with Onair. This is just going to be a good old-fashioned solo kind of flight. No Sayintentions, no Onair. Just, I'm not good enough for this plane to use any of that stuff right now. Although I should have. Kip doesn't have the 727 on his couch captains for New Sky, else I would have used New Sky. I keep forgetting I gotta ask him to throw that on there. Okay, where we want to go here? 325. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to engage. We're going to go here. We're going to go to alt hold. Zoom out the map a little bit. And then we're going to set our, I should have done this before, but we're going to set our heading bug 325. Well, actually, we'll go a little farther over. And then go to heading. That's heading network. No. Heading. There we go. Okay, GPS is showing on. Maps are all up. And then we can also go here and go to IAS mode. This will manage the speed and our climb. I'm out here like a freaking ball of lightning. We should intercept the GPS. It all works like I want it to. Alright, there's 10,000. Landing lights off. Looking okay so far. This is the big moment of question mode. Will it intercept this GPS navigation? The flight we did yesterday did well. Oh, look at that. It's doing it. Cool. Okay. Good. Climb up to 270. And the cool thing with this plane as well, I used this yesterday a lot, it's the descent. So in here you can put in target altitude you want. And so 19 right to expected landing. Now this is really oh, but 19 right on landing, it's going to be at 3,000 we get bad. Bob 2000. So, once we get up to cruising altitude, I'll go ahead and start setting that stuff. Don't fully trust it. I don't trust myself in this plane, nor do I trust anything in the plane. That's why I say it's an adventure. But it's such a cool, like, look at this. It looks beautiful. The detail is well done in this plane. High quality textures, very nice graphics. Like, listen to the sound. You know? Isn't that cool? It's not over here. It's just over here. And it slowly comes in. Listen. I don't know what the hell's rattling, but that's cool. The plane just looks really nice. Really, really nice.
Crossing 17,500.
Roger. Good call-outs. It's a... Yeah, it's very solid. I'm hoping that some of the issues that I stated earlier with the bugs I was having are rectified. Pressure 2992. We are hauling ass though. So the flight I did with the Kip's group yesterday was from San Jose, I think, to Phoenix. I think so it was. And I took off shortly after them, but like I was saying, whatever flights, whatever the GSM pulled here from SimBrief was like really screwed up. So I spent the first 15-20 minutes trying to get back on course. It had a weird flight plan. So I was behind them about 15 minutes or so. So I'm surprised that, like, and then most of them, they're flying the A320. I'm surprised I was keeping up with them. This plane just hauled ass, though. I can definitely hit 270 no problem. Okay, so top of descent, we're going to put in our target for our descent. I should do is my first test with Sayintentions, I'll do direct. Bet you that would work just fine. It's going to be when they give me approach vectors where I'm not the vectors itself, but like the stars where I'm going to really get screwed up. So I don't know how to do that. It's pretty worse than this point. Yeah, I think it's 0.78. It's just such a cool plane. Like I said, I really hope some of the bugs have been fixed with this patch. It's a pretty big patch. If there's anything about FSS that I can say, put a relax mode. Look at all that holy shit. FSS, they do send out pretty good patches. They definitely do. Like the E-Jet, whenever there was any kind of major issues, they do a really good job of getting those patched fairly quickly. They'll do hot fixes if need be, and it comes out, you know, typically within the next day. I remember with the E-Jet, it's a few patches ago, they broke liveries, on most liveries. And within a couple hours, I think it was, they had a hot fix that came out, so they're good about that. I think at the end of the day, this is going to be a fantastic plane. It's just got some things, little tweaks they have to get going, which they might be on the right path as it is. Again, some of this, and a good amount of this might be user error. No doubt, I don't know enough about this plane to be comfortable with it. But not being able to disgauge autopilot, that is not a user error issue. That is not a user error issue. You know, you go on down yonder, you flip a switch. You hit the other switch for the warning. Good to go. Okay, so on screen, I get 127. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull up my friend here, Otto. I'm going to ask Otto for Tampa, what's our expected descent here. So it's saying 12 minutes ago at a rate of 1,500. Thinking here, it will target its own. I think yesterday was 1,800. We're looking at 2,000. So in 18 nautical miles. Start of descent. So that would be about 100 nautical miles out, roughly. We're coming in runway 18, that's like 19. So we'll just kind of vector ourselves from now. I'll put in the GPS, or not GPS, I'll put in the ILS though, see if it captures that. So the other thing yesterday is, I don't know if it was going to, but I wanted to test to see how the ILS was going to capture. We did find in the past, but yesterday with the AP being stuck on, I couldn't really test that. So radio 108, I'm just using the stream deck to pop this one in. 108.5. BW50 traditional flights. 108.5. 108.5. I do want to really teach myself VOR to VOR. Like, I understand the concept and know how it works. Not a pro, though, at all the information and not using a GPS at all. A couple of years ago, I was teaching myself the Fabio's videos. He had a couple of videos on VOR, which was really cool. But there's a couple other real-life ones I was learning more information on. That's something I'd like to do with this plane, is learn that technique. I know when 757 spied his flight, his first flight in this plane, that's what he did. The little bastion VOR to VOR. And he's good though, he's very knowledgeable for this stuff. His flight was fairly successful. Okay, well, we are hauling speed. So, I'm going to go ahead and see what it says. Target 3,000. And so 19, yeah, so we're looking good. So 75 nautical miles is what it's expecting. So I can actually go past what Otto was saying. I'll probably aim at 90 nautical miles out. That should be just about perfect. Once we get closer to, again, we'll actually do it now. So let's go into here. Let's go into procedure. Approach. 819 right. We're going to do vectors, and we're just going to load the approach. So now, this will give us the vector we're looking for. The actual Simbrief flight plan is around the coast here. Go in there, but for this little short fun hop, I'm just going to have fun here just doing this. Yeah, it's a pretty good list of patch notes, there's no doubt. No doubt about it. Like I say, I think it's going to be a great plane eventually. It's going to be really, really good. And I think it's fine the way it is now. There's just a couple minor issues that are not minor, but some fairly big issues that just need to be, might have been sorted out. We're going to see if I can disengage AP on arrival. That's a big thing. This flight was able to capture GPS. Yesterday we were able to capture GPS, but my flights before that, two of the previous flights, the other gravel kit, weren't able to capture GPS. There was an issue that Jeff Aviano had, who's a big streamer. He couldn't get the IAS mode to actually pitch the plane, and he's a very knowledgeable person. He's flown the 727 in the next plane in previous simulators, and he couldn't get it to pitch right, so he had to go to vertical speed. But I didn't really have that problem. I was able to get the IAS to work right away. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and start our descent now. So start. And it should start bringing the VS down a little bit. Yeah, you never got to work either? Yeah, this one was no problem. I don't know what I do differently. So I engage the AP. I set the altitude. I already have the speed, or the altitude select here. And I just switch over, and then boom, that's the thing. Correction, one time on one flight, I couldn't get it working. It would throttle down, but it wouldn't come back up. And Jeff's would do that too. His would throttle down. They'd come back up eventually. But mine, the one time it didn't, it throttled down, and that was the end of it. Now coming back up. Okay, so now on the descent. Monitor the speed closely. I need to learn this plane. I love this plane. I love the 727. I love the idea of it. I love the look of it. Like, that is just a beautiful plane. Looking gorgeous. I love the dirt, you know? It just shows it's an old bird. I love the sounds. The spirit of an ascent. I want the passengers to come out. It's gonna be great though when there'll be some livery people that come out with some American United versions. It's not going to be the actual one, the specs, until FSS comes. Isn't, who's coming out with the 727? Someone else was coming out with one. The SWS? It's working on the passenger version? Yeah, the weather, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Really good job. Like, look at this, like, even just here, you know, like, it's just old. Uh-oh, yeah. W means I'm watching the speed more. Paying attention to what the old, nice looking plane. Like just the grit, right? It's just so cool. It's one of the things that people dislike about the PMDG stuff is that their stuff looks brand spanking new, like it just came off the assembly line. And wasn't it PMDG that had someone remove the cockpit enhancer that made it like old, weathered? Like just look at this, like dirt, and this is great. The attention to detail is great with the visuals. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, this plane's louder. There we go. That should help a little bit. Forgot this. The cockpit of this plane is much louder than the A320. That's something I wish. I wish all like which plane is it? The A300 in builds. They have an option. I think that's on their tablet, where you can adjust different audio settings. That's really, really cool. I wish they all had that. Yeah, way louder. Alright, so just passing flight level 180. Okay, so on landing, 19 right, exit left. And cargo's way at the end. I think we're just going to a terminal, but we'll see. Okay, so at Fatty, I want to be at 3,000. Fatty's, I think one of these guys here. Yeah, there's Fatty. So I can probably go to heading mode now. So use my little honeycomb, Bravo. Turn our heading select over to Fatty. Put it off just a little bit. Then we come on down yonder. Switch this back over and go to head mode. And there we are. Another 722 out there in the distance. 310. What's the R22? Yeah, I know it could do LNAV. I'm just not knowledgeable enough of that yet. 757 Spy just did a video up on YouTube, and I'll watch his video sometime. I want to get more skilled at this plane, but I've been waiting to see how the patches work. I'm not willing to put the time in if some of the bugs aren't figured out. But this patch seems to make me feel a lot more optimistic about what's to come. Like I said, FSS, they've done great jobs of keeping things up to date. But I know this other plane is... Yeah, the R-22. Oh, it's a helicopter. Oh, the Robinson. Okay. But I know this is being made by another part of their team, so I wasn't 100% sure how I'd feel about this plane. I don't know if I've ever actually thanked them, though. This was a free plane that I got from them as I was part of their, or I was on their content creator list of people. Definitely for a free plane, this is fantastic, you know. But can I recommend it at the price tag? That's where I look at things. I have something coming down the line here soon, I think. But that's how I will do any kind of reviews I do on a product, is for the price tag, is it worth it? And my initial impression for the price tag was no. Alright, landing lights coming on. Let's reduce throttle just a hair. Well, I was interested from day one. Very much interested. But part of my thing is, like I said earlier, is I'm so hooked on right now to the 320. It's such a different type of plane. It is such a different type of plane. So it's hard to wrap yourself around the gauges. But this plane does a really good job of a lot of the automation. You can definitely do everything manually if you really want to. If you want to learn all this jazz in the back, you certainly can. Certainly can. This little phone here is fantastic, though, for newbies like myself. Okay, all looking pretty good. I'm gonna turn bank over to the right a little bit. It's just my happy place. It's a great way to put it. I'd really like to get the MD-11. I'm waiting for a little bit more updates, like Spy, 757 Spy flies that a lot. And I know he has a bit of an older system, and the performance is rough. But I want to wait a while for that. I just feel if I bought that today, I wouldn't fly it much. I'd fly, you know, a couple flights to learn it, and then that's about it. And it's also super expensive. The first time you went no manuals? Oh, you were brave. Without a hint for the engine starters. I definitely looked at a couple of videos, not much, very little, and then I looked at their little manual, the quick start manual. That taught me about this guy because I had no idea what the hell that was. I saw it sitting there and I thought it was just, you know, for looks. And then you click on it, I was like, oh wow, look at all this stuff. And then they teach you about how to start it up here, you know, and all that jazz. Very helpful. Alright, Tampa, where are you, Tampa? Somewhere over yonder. Looking pretty good. So we'll go to Fatty here and make our approach in. One issue I seem to have, though, and we'll see if it's different on this landing, is it seems I don't want to say oversensitive, because I think it's just me being so used to the fly-by-wire, but you have to do small adjustments on the pitch on landing and takeoff. As you saw on my takeoff, a little rough there because I pulled back a little too much. I think that's just muscle memory though with the 320. Because I had the same issue, or a very similar issue, when I did the E-Jet recently. Good luck on that plane. Yeah, and fuel, you know, might want to check that again. What is the wind? How bad was the winds? Okay, so now we're holding at our speed, or our altitude at 3,000. We give it a little bit of throttle. Keep in mind with this old bird, engines spool up a little slower, so you don't want to like crank it. Small adjustments. Alright, getting close to about 50 knots. Oh, 15 degree off. Yeah, that definitely can hurt though. I always get thrown off when I fly Iceland. Like when I do an Iceland, I do GA typically. And Iceland's weather is just chaotic at times. And I won't like look at the weather before I decide to fly there. I'm just like, oh, it's tough fly there. Good time. And then it's like 28 knot wind in my little Kodiak. Question life choices. I think we can get our turn. Almost. Still costing 30. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever landed going to the south in Tampa. I normally land going north. Okay, so we have radio set, ILS 1085. That's good. Alright, let's make our turn on over, shall we? An extra 60 miles? Really? What actually happened? Ah, the memories. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little over fatty to see if we can give it a little bit of time to capture. And I switch to nav again. Right? I think. Switch just over to approach. It's like riding a bike, right? It's the pain to get up the hill, and then once you get to the hill, you know it's going to be a nice coast down. Okay, so we're looking okay. I think we're a little fast. So we'll reduce the speed a little bit, get us under 200. We'll get flaps out. And we're getting closer to intercepting, hopefully, the ILS. Looking good. And then once we get on the ILS, I'll go ahead and turn on the landing for the crew manager. I believe that's when you do it. Use the throttle a little bit more. Under 200 knots, so we're gonna go flap 2. Okay, that definitely helped with the drag a bit. 9-mile final. Yeah, no auto throttle. Okay, all looking grand. Good. At 160, we'll go flaps 5. Close 2. Actually, I'm gonna do it now. I feel like we need it now. We're banking pretty high. All right, come on, buddy. Give me a capture. Swing it a little bit more. See the line moving? Yeah, the auto throttle definitely needs some love. That's why I don't use it. Let's get a little bit more power now. Don't know if it's... There it is. Are those out? GPS has been captured. Localizer has been captured. Okay. All grand. Okay. Looking good. Runway in sight. Okay, we're still not at FAD yet, and that's 3,000, so we should be fine on the altitude. Alright, so let's go land. Well, I'm going to hold on landing checklist still. I'm going to wait until we get to FADI. Yeah, I think I used the auto throttle on the first 2 flights I did, and I just didn't like the way it was responding. It's kind of like the E-Jet's, the auto-manage one. It was funky. Alright, 11 miles out, and we're just intercepted FADI, I believe. Yes, we're on our way to Jimbo. And I don't think we're getting glide slope. We should be on a descent, and we're not. We're not intercepting the glide slope. Alright, so AP is going to have to come off. Disengage. Okay. Captain's got the plane. We got to nosedive a little bit because we are a little high. Landing gears down. Trimming down a little bit. Okay, so I think I had everything programmed right. I just never caught glide slope because we got the localizer. Alright, flaps are down. What's it yelling at? Which prop? Landing gear. Oh, landing gear. Could be helpful. Yeah, definitely way above it. Okay, so landing gear was the warning. We're definitely above it still. Try not to nosedive too much. At least I was able to turn off the AP this time. Alright, a little fast as well. Come on, red dot. Give me a red dot. We're a lot better on the glide slope now. We're still way above it, but I don't feel like we're as high as we were initially. Winds are a crosswind, currently at 15. I love them crosswinds.
1,000.
Roger, 1,000 call out. Am I still high? I don't feel like I'm that high. Here, okay, now we're on the glide slope. A little high, but much more manageable. Bring down the gear, or bring the speed down a little bit. Okay, now we're on the glide slope. A little off to the right.
400.
Speed's looking better. Back on the glide.
300.
Small minor adjustments.
200.
Looking good. Little low, but all grand still. Someone's waiting for me, it looks like. Thank you, buddy.
100.
100. Okay.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Nice. I don't know what my landing rate was, but it seemed pretty good. Reverse is coming out. Clear 80. Stowed. Well, that was cool. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that did look good. It looked really good. It's probably like a 300, but it felt good. I don't know where I want to go. Should I go to cargo like I'm supposed to? Tour Tampa a little bit here. Looking for golf. There's golf right here. Not golf, sorry, Juliet. I don't know who makes this airport, but it's a really nice one. Alright, landing lights are off, and flaps are coming up after landing checklist being completed. We technically still need that, but so we won't get rid of that. Let's see if I can find a landing rate, see if Volanta captured it. I didn't program it, so it probably didn't. Yeah, we're still in flight, so we'll see in a second. The sounds in this plane are really cool. I don't know why people complain about the sounds. You can hear the APU firing up. It sounds so cool. Alright, take golf all the way down to Kilo, and then to the left. Yeah, I need to learn this plane. I need to learn more about it. I think I might have to make a follow-up video. Now with this patch out, I'll do another flight. I'll definitely do another flight. That's clear, and that's clear. I don't like that it doesn't, what's the word? It's, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like when I use my hat switch, and it holds it instead of toggles it. I don't like that. Alright, here is cargo. FedEx is up there. We're not flying FedEx, but we'll park at FedEx. The chart says there's a building here. Building here and a building here. That's interesting. The FedEx logo. We'll just park on over here. What is this? 5? Number 5. Taxi lights off. Alright, park and brake is set. And secure the cockpit. Get rid of that guy. Well, actually, we need a chock still, but that's fine, whatever. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some food myself as well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it very much. Secure cockpit. Good, good. And I want to check the landing rate next. That's the big thing. So, end flight. View flight. What's it say? 113. Look at that. Hot damn. Butter all over that runway. That was a damn fine landing. An ATC up here. Alright, well, that's going to end today's stream. I do appreciate everyone who popped in. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. As you see, the 727 performed very good. The only issue didn't capture the glide slope. Seems to be an issue with all of FSS's planes. Not all of them, but they have the same issue with the E-Jet as well. But it performed really well. Handling was really, really good. Sounds are still great. I didn't have the autopilot issue as I had previously. But a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm going to do another flight with it eventually, either today, tomorrow, who knows. And in that flight, I'll make a determination if I want to do another video, a follow-up video, of my thoughts on this aircraft. But right now, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Is it worth the buy? I think it's a great plane. I very much do. At the price tag, it's leaning more towards, yeah. If you like gauges, if you have the time and want to learn a new plane, it might be a great buy. But let me do another flight. Let me see how that goes, and we'll see if I do a follow-up or not. But as I said, thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. I have videos coming up every 2 days or so with Sayintention flights, landing and departures, and we'll see you on the next stream. Hopefully get that sooner than later, not another 2-week delay like I did last time. But as always, take care, and we'll see you next time.